It's the start of Season 7 with the Skinnz Academy, and today we are up against Partizan, but we've also got a fair bit of transfer business to talk about, and also our takeover went through, nothing news happened from that. So if you missed it a day or so ago, I released an episode 0 for Season 7, which basically went through our entire squad for what I expect to be our first team for this season. As part of that, I did mention about some transfers that have gone through. There are a couple of main ones that we need to talk about now, and Ali Al-Makani has left the club, signing for Chelsea and sitting in their under-23s. They've spent just £700,000 on him. We do have a 50% sell-on in there, and I think a friendly. At some point we might be playing Chelsea in a friendly, but Al-Makani has gone after 38 goals in all competitions last season. He will be missed. Also, big Andres Troninkovs has also left the club. He's moved over to Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia basically wanted to sign most of our players. So, yeah, there could be some problems come the end of the season when we've got lots of people out of contract who got annoyed because we didn't sell them to Saudi Arabian sides. Before we jump into the Partizan game, we have already played 2 Champions League matches. We played against Ararat, maybe, Armenia, who we've actually played before. We beat them 5-0 in both matches, which means we set up today's tie against Partizan. Let's play Partizan. I'm worried. I'm genuinely worried. So we have the away leg first over in Serbia. We're playing the 4-2-4 formation. We have basically got a pretty strong side, but once you get beyond the first team, we are starting to look a little bit weak. If you missed episode 0, you will have noticed that basically we don't have a huge amount of strikers, which is why Taihi is playing up front today. He's had his first effort on goal, 1 minute on the clock, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. But yeah, Taihi's going to be playing as a striker alongside Mihail Zhirkovs, basically due to injuries and so on. Stefan Hagen's free kick, Vogels is there, Taihi's there at the back post. And the striker, has made it 1-0 after 7.5 minutes. That's big. That's an away goal against a side who arguably are a lot better than us. 20 minutes now on Bossard's throw. Finds Stefan Hagens, dodges the tackle as well. Runs forward. Bossard's there. Loads and loads of space for the boss to run into. Is he going to whip across in or pass it backwards? Probably pass it backwards. Abdul Samed collects it. Now Stefan Hagens, crossfield ball to Smirnovs. And Smirnovs can put that into the bottom corner. It is 2-0 against Partizan Belgrade. And I think we might be going through this round. Did I speak too soon? We're 25 minutes in, and luckily for us, Sergei's counter's cleared. Taihi finds Mihail Zhirkovs. Is Zhirkovs going to make it 3? Is it going to be 3-0? He's hit his effort wide. He's absolutely scuffed that one wide. Jojic with a corner. It's towards the front post. It's a wonderful save from Zommers. The ball's cleared. Zhirkovs is possibly going to counter-attack. Are we actually going to see much of this? He's running up towards the middle. Across is loads of options. Stefan Hagen's one of them. And an absolute rocket from Kristaps Stefan Hagens. It is 3-0 after 32 minutes here in Serbia. I think we might be winning this game. There is a lot going on. We are half an hour in, or 35 minutes in. Serbian side with another chance. Hits it wide. Partizan is the Serbian side. Hits it wide. It is still 3-0. Goal kick towards our left-back position. Smirnovs has picked up, who's not actually the left-back. He does have Maisaradze, I think, in front of him. It is Maisaradze. A bit of space for the Georgian. Back to Smirnovs. Is he going to cross it? Doesn't cross it. Maisaradze once again. Little flick to Sergei's counter. Plenty of purple and green shirts in the middle. Counter needs a runner. Counter needs somebody to make some space. Smirnovs tries to shoot, hits it straight into the Partizan defender. Stefan Hagens is at the back post. That is a wonderful ball from Counter. And Stefan Hagens gets his second of the game. It is 4-0, and we are not even at half-time. Did I overestimate Partizan's ability, or did I underestimate ours? Because we have been absolutely dominant. We have been as good against Partizan as we were against the Armenian side. I am very happy. Keep it up. Stefan Hagens obviously 1 goal away from getting himself a hat-trick, which would be great for his first appearance of the season. Maisaradze's throw to Smirnovs doesn't quite get the ball though, and now Partizan can come forward with it. Dimitrovic to Urasevic, right-hand side, he's got some space to try and run into, but he is followed every step of the way by Smirnovs, and he steals the ball. Counter, just inside the Partizan half, gets tackled, but Maisaradze cleans up. Yanis Vogels, he's got Dow off to his right, or is he just going to lump it upfield? He does. Zhirkov's flicked head, finds Taihi, plays it back to Counter. We're going the wrong way, lads. I mean, we're 4-0 up. To be honest, we should probably stop playing at this point. Taihi gets it from Stefan Hagens across to Mihail Zhirkovs. He's hit the post. Zhirkovs is having absolutely zero luck today. It should be 5. I have a feeling Partizan are just about to get a player sent off. and we're going to have a free kick in a good position. We're going to do some changes. Meiseradze is going to come off for Perkons. Vugels is going to move over to left back, and this is all down to fitness. We are also going to bring off Mihail Yurkovs for Ivan Stipnikes, because Yurkovs has basically just been very unlucky. It is going to be Despotovic possibly getting himself a second yellow card. No, it isn't. Fair enough, we're just going to have a free kick, which we're not going to see because I did the subs. We're going to see a different one instead. Stefan Hagens crosses it in. Abdul Samed finds Kevin Bossard at the back post, but it's an easy effort from the goalkeeper. Wonderful. Kaunas picks up an injury, potential foot injury. We do have, obviously, Maris Mikolov and Oskar Ivanovs on the bench. Ivanovs is the trainee striker, so we're going to do Mikolov instead, who probably should have played, but Mikolov wasn't as match fit as Kauna. We got 15 minutes of normal time. Partizan coming forward with the ball. This is looking great because basically, if we don't concede, we don't really need to do much when we play the home game. Stefan Hagens finds Stipnikes, plays the ball through. Taihi, the makeshift striker, has been tripped. That is going to be a second yellow card. That is going to be a penalty. That is going to be a Stefan Hagens hat-trick. Is all about to happen. There is the second yellow card, and it will be Stefan Hagens to take it. Here we go, left-footed. I don't know if he's any good. He's not. He's hit it wide. 4-0. 4-0 then in Serbia. It should have probably been 6. Stefan Hagens should have scored his hat-trick. Yurkovs also should have got a goal or 2 as well. 4-0 though is 4 away goals. It means when we play the next match in a minute, it's going to be hopefully a little bit more comfortable when we bring them back to Latvia. Match number 2 then, back in Latvia. We have done a couple of changes. We are playing Malcolm Jans in goal. Because of injuries, Maris Mikolov is going to move into midfield. We've also had to drop Meiseradze due to a minor injury. We've dropped Taihi, so Gorks is back as well. So there's a fair bit of change actually going on. I hope it doesn't affect the side too much. 20 minutes in, and left back Vugels throws it to Maris Mikolov. Back to Perkons, making his first start of the season, I think, because we've only played 3 games. Perkons is going to go down to Smirnovs, back to Perkons. He's going to play it in the middle. Not the best pass from the young centre-back. Gary Rodriguez. Lovely. Brilliant name. I imagine he's probably real as well. Jojic, back to that man's name. I mean, already, Partizan are looking better in this match than they were in the first match. Asano, the Japanese international, I think he is. It's not the best pass, though, and now Abdul Samed has stolen that ball. He's going to run forward off towards the right-hand side. Needs some support, really. Bossard's probably behind him. He's gone for goal himself, and the goalkeeper's put that in. What an absolute clown. If the keeper didn't touch that, that probably would have went wide. Instead, Abdul Samed has made it 5-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. We are going through to the next round. Goal kick for the keeper to take long over the halfway line. Gary's going to head it. No, he doesn't. Maris Mikolov does. Ivar Smirnovs, he's got Vugels making a run. He's lost out to Gary Rodriguez. Of all players to get tackled by, buddy. They're coming forward with it. Across, Jojic with some space. Rodriguez, there's a runner on the right-hand side. It's a great tackle from Kevin Bossard. He can clear it upfield. Stefan Hagens, who obviously got 2 goals in the first match, should have got 3. He can use his pace to run into that space. 3 in the middle. He's lost out, though. Mikolov controls it. Back to Perkons. Playing one of the few starts he's going to make this season, I imagine. Perkons goes across to Yanis Vugels. Down the left-hand side, Smirnovs is in front of him. Vugels going to try and use his minimal pace to get past him and does so. Crosses it in. It's not the best cross. Yurkovs is there. Abdul Samed has a shot as well and it's blocked. It's cleared. It's a weird free kick now. What's going on? Was somebody offside? I assume somebody was offside. Partizan's keeper then kicks it straight to Stefan Hagens. Through to Oleg Gorks. Is Gorks going to put this one in? He's tucked it away. His 4th goal of the season. 2-0 against Partizan. How are we doing this against a Partizan side who are normally very good? 2-0 then to the Skinnz Academy at half-time. 6-0 on aggregate. All we need to do now is just not concede 6 goals, which actually sounds very easy, doesn't it? Do we want to do ourselves any changes at half-time fitness-wise? Doesn't look like it. If somebody gets down to this level of fitness, then we might do a change or 2. Corner for Maris Mikolov just before the hour mark. Perkons is there, and oh my word, Sergei Perkons has made it 3-0. His first goal for the club. I think it's his first goal. I don't think he's ever played for it. This might even be his debut, you know? This genuinely might be Perkons' debut. No, it's not. He's played 6 before and he's actually scored a league goal. It's not his debut. He scored plenty of goals for us. I'm chatting nonsense. Mikolov with another corner. Is it Perkons again? No, it's not. It's Frank Dowell this time. His effort goes just over the bar. We've got about 22 minutes left. Let's do some changes, and we're looking at these fitness numbers. Who have we got on the bench? We're going to do Ivanovs coming on for Yurkovs. Now, I said in episode 0 that he's training up to be a striker, so that's why we're doing that one. We are also going to do David Titov for Kevin Bossard, because Bossard is going to be a very important player for us this season, and I don't want to run him into the ground if it's unnecessary. Final 10 minutes. Partizan do have the ball in a good location. Loads of space as well. Crosses that ball in. It's blocked. Malcolmians can't stop the second effort though from Saponic. It is 3-1, 7-1 on aggregate. We should just be able to hold on. I imagine some of this has to do with the complacency that seems to have set in with the defence. 2 minutes now. Gorks doesn't get there. Partizan can possibly counter-attack. I don't want to draw this game. A 3-3 draw is disastrous. Titov controls it or passes it forward to Stefan Hagens. Not seen a lot of him today. It's Frankie Dow to Perkons, scorer of the third goal, forward to Mikolov. Finds Smirnovs, back to Mikolov. Vugels is making a run, the centre-back on the left-hand side. There is 3, 4, 5 blue and yellow shirts in the middle. Vugels uses his tackling ability to keep hold of it. Abdul Samed is there, and Salis Abdul Samed tucks that away into the top corner. 4-1, his second goal of the night. It is 4-1 against Partizan, 8-1 on aggregate. There's still time to get a fifth. Maybe a penalty, maybe Abdul Samed can get a hat-trick. Or not at all. But those two performances against Partizan was something I was not expecting to happen. 4-1 at home, 4-0 away from home. We now go forward to find out who we're going to play in the next round of the Champions League qualifiers. It might be Mulder. It is Mulder. The scene of one of our more famous results a few years ago when we played them and we had to beat them comfortably in their own stadium, and we did. So, if we have a look, a few years ago, where was it? There we go. We lost the home leg 3-1. We needed to win the second leg 3-0, technically, and we won 4-0, and we were absolutely ridiculous throughout the entire match. Hopefully, same thing happens again. Well, not the same thing. Not exactly the same thing. I don't want to have to lose and then win a game. Hopefully, we're just a better side now, and we can get past a very good Molde team. Before we end this episode, I'm going to have a quick look through the other teams in Latvia who are in European competition, and Riga have already started off badly for us, losing both matches 3-1. Valmiera have been knocked out, but they did pick up some coefficient points from the 2-0 victory. I assume that gets us some coefficient points. And the other team, Ventspils, have finally done something for us. They have won both of their matches against Pristina from Kosovo. They're now going to be playing Vaduz from Liechtenstein. Technically, they're Switzerland, but I think they're actually in Liechtenstein, aren't they? So I think that's a winnable game again. I think Ventspils have a chance to get through. What does that mean for coefficients? Let's take a look. Club coefficient, 21st place, currently at 1.75. So we should have picked up a lot of points. 0.5 and a 0.5, I think. So I think we should have got 1 whole point. I'm not even sure how the numbers work. I'm just making it up. But a 1.75 already is pretty good. We're going to lose a 4.73 this season. So we do need to have a pretty good year. But if the last 2 seasons are anything to go by, we should be improving. So that is good to see. And hopefully Ventspils can keep winning games in Europe too. That is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to be playing at the Molde Games. And also, we've got a brand new signing that I don't think you've seen on camera yet. I've tried to avoid all mention of him. He's joined the club. You will have heard of him if you're from England, or the UK. So yeah, join in next episode to find out who our brand new signing is. He's probably not as good as I would hoped he would be, but I'll see you next time.